Well, I don't usually mess with Mezco and 112 Collective until I do. And when that happens, it's usually with a 1930s crime fighter. That continues today with Dick Tracy's The Blank, 112 Collective. We're taking a look now. Welcome back, guys. It's me, Stu, and today it's Dick Tracy's The Blank. And like I said, I'm not really the biggest Mezco 112 collector guy. I've had a few here and there. I was going to go all in on their Star Trek, but then they didn't go anywhere and they lost the license. But when Dick Tracy came around, I knew I had to have it, mostly because nobody else was doing it. And I knew the quality we were going to get, and that continues with The Blank. The packaging is what hits you first. Just amazing, as you see there. Great artwork on the front. Great stuff there on the side for you, on the back as well. And what's really cool, sparing no expense. They've got it there for you on the top and even on the bottom, original individual artwork and pieces there. Fantastic work that they do. And I'm not even the biggest fan of keeping packaging, but with something like 112, I feel like you got to. Not only is it awesome, also helps keep everything safe and sound. And of course, the question is, what do you get once you open the package? Well, my friends, you get a pretty dang good action figure. Right here is what you get. If you're new to the 112 Collective, they kind of come in these stacked trays, and it's all to keep your accessories safe and to pack a lot of punch in a very small space. And they do a pretty good job of it here. Starts off with that first tray that you've got. Well, I guess you can take the bottom tray out. That's going to have your stand, a couple more accessories, including his coat, that cool baggie for the accessories, and an arm if you want to plug that into your stand, or if you just want to use the peg there. Pretty dope. Front page, or the front page. The front is just that, just a protector there. It's got that plastic film on there to kind of keep everything safe and to keep schmutz from getting onto the suit of your blank. And I'll tell you what, we're going to get this guy popped out and show you all the goodies right now. All right, out of the package here, it's the blank in all of his splendor and glory in 1/12 scale. So if you were a fan of Dick Tracy as a kid like me, you saw the Disney movie, you loved it, and if you collected the action figures, you were frustrated as hell because you couldn't find the blank. He was only available ever in Canada, I think, or maybe overseas. I've never even seen one in the flesh, so prove to me that it exists. I'll pay good money for one. But I tell you what, this is the next best thing, and it's actually a whole lot better because it takes the articulation that you get from modern action figures and it puts an awesome suit on him. And if you want to take a look at him right there, you can check out a face that only a mother could love, or in this case, the lack of a face only a mother could love. This, the extra head, is the portrait that is just kind of disturbing there. Barely has a nose, kind of skeletal-like in appearance there when it comes to his nose. Also, great detail in the green eyes there. Really good looking portrait for an ugly looking guy. And as far as the other accessories that you get, well, you get the base that he's standing on, which is really cool. They do put a lot of great detail into these. I love them. Dick Tracy's yellow, green for flat top, and a darker green here for the blank. And also his accessories include his firearms, right? So he's got a pump shotgun with actual pump action. He's got what looks to be kind of a P-38 Walther style gun there. The clip is removable, but that's a fast way to lose your clip. It came with an extra one, so I threw it here inside his accessory pack. They all come with these accessory bags, which is a super dope idea. It's just an easy way to store all the extras that you get with him, like this jackknife that actually works folding out. Really cool. Love that. Love the detail there. He's got his big revolver that actually revolves. The cylinder does revolve there. Don't know if you can see it, but it totally revolves. Super cool action there. Dynamite with timer, time bomb, so he's going to blow stuff up unless you give him the money. A couple of bullet effects blasting out of the barrels of his guns. And then, of course, it's the 1930s. He's in the mob. He's got a hat. Super cool there. When it comes to his regular appearance, I like to think of him with that black trench coat that he comes with. This is kind of that vinyl feeling to kind of make it look leather, which is kind of different than the other ones. Dick Tracy's is cloth, and so too was flat tops. And then he's got his scarf that'll kind of go around there to, like you see in the box here, to give you that look for the blank. Now, you also get 7 extra hands. He comes with a pair of fists on him, comes with another pair of trigger hands, a slightly different right trigger hand, and that's a unique one. Doesn't have a matching lefty counterpart. Then he's got a couple of grabbing fisty hands here, which are kind of cool for his accessories. And then he's sort of got his expressive or grabby or don't shoot me Dick Tracy hands right here. And as I've talked about, you get, oh yeah, of course, with the base, you get this arm, which is kind of dope. So if you wanted to, you can pop out this foot peg, stick this guy in there, and put him in weird dynamic poses. But again, this is a criminal from the 1930s. You're not going to do a whole lot of crazy posing, I don't think. But, you know, hey, it's up to you. And what's really cool is the fact that you get an ultra detailed suit on this guy. I mean, it is just well tailored. It's better tailored than I see a lot of people walking around in real clothes with, legitimately. And that's great. Even got that striped necktie, which is awesome. He's got his collared button-down shirt there, which is great. And you can see even popping out down here at his cuffs. Now, the only downside to this is it kind of limits the articulation. A lot of great articulation is there in these bodies underneath, and if the suit is tight, you're going to lose a little bit of that. So what I've done in the past is I've kind of cheated, taking off an extra layer. Dick Tracy, for example, had a blazer sport coat that I took off so that his jacket would fit just a little bit better over him, right? Because cloth at this scale doesn't quite work like it does at our scale. Same thing with the shadow over here. I ended up taking off his big jacket, his trench coat, and then removing his sport coat, his blazer from that. And it's over here in the bag. Super cool. So this fits a lot better, a lot more posability, a lot more expressive. But what I have discovered here, unless I'm going absolutely crazy, and I'm not going to force it, this guy is totally sewn on here. This coat is not coming off. So I think it's going to be a little tricky to get this guy dressed up as the ideal, the ultimate on box, the blank. But we're going to try. Give me just a minute, and we're going to get this guy show ready. All right. And we're back, and with a little bit of consternation, I got him tricked out the way that I kind of think he's going to end up sitting on my shelf. Like I said, his blazer, you couldn't take it off. So getting his leather jacket on was a little bit of work, I'm not going to lie. And then trying to get his scarf, since it's not really that long in the pose that I wanted to, leaves a little bit to be desired, at least the way that I've got him looking now. But that's the limitations of cloth and soft goods at this scale. It's not always going to work. It's not always going to be perfect. But for what I'm going to do with this guy, I think it's pretty good. He's going to sit on my shelf. He's going to sit next to Dick Tracy and Flat Top here. And if I can find one at a decent price, next to Prune Face as well. And then whoever else they decide to release in the line. I'm excited. I'm kind of all in on it. I think that there are great things in store for Dick Tracy. I think there's a lot more characters that they can do because they're those weird, grotesque villains that really do lend themselves to action figure format. Am I the biggest fan of this particular action figure's inability to remove that jacket? It is a pain. So, yeah, that kind of blows a little bit, not going to lie. But overall, it is exactly what I thought it was going to be, and I think it is a phenomenal figure there. So I'm going to get some more shots of this guy. We're going to put him through its poses, and we'll put him up there for you to check it out. Guys, if you like what you see, you want to check out more reviews, we've got them here on the channel. Like, subscribe, and share with a friend. It's Action Figure Now. Be safe, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.